Hey, welcome back, guys. Sorry about the noise in here. I'm no longer in a separate room from the compressor, so that makes things a bit louder and more annoying, but let's get right to it. Today I'm going to do some work on the top of this guitar, some painting work. So in the previous video we sealed it up. Off camera I've gone through and sanded all that sealer with 800 grit paper after letting it dry for I think about 3 or 4 days. So it's good to go now. It's time to get some paint on that. Now I've decided for some reason to do something kind of crazy with this one. Instead of just going ahead and starting to paint with my lacquer, I'm actually going to do some work with some waterborne acrylic. So I'm going to be using some Auto Air candy pigment here. It's not really a candy because it says pigment. Candy's not pigment based, but hey, whatever. That's what it's called, and I think it's going to work well. So I'm going to do some accenting work with that, and then I think an interesting pattern on here, or a graphic. And then afterward, we're going to go over it with a tinted lacquer, and then of course a clear lacquer. So I'm just working on the top today. I have the sides all taped off. The top is scuffed and ready to go. So let's get at it. So I've got a pretty dark green in here, and because this veneer didn't work super well, it didn't accent the grain as well as I'd hoped it would when I went ahead and did the dye work on it. So I'm going to use this to actually accent the grain a little bit. And then I was thinking I was going to tape off an area here to paint almost a flame pattern coming down from the top in a transparent with the lacquer, and then paint over the whole thing with green lacquer so I'd have almost like a ghost effect. But instead I'm going to do a more realistic and stronger ghost effect, so it won't be as ghost-y, if that makes sense, but that green flame coming from the top with the airbrush, I think. So I'm just going to go with it. We'll see what we end up with. Alright, so as you probably noticed, I've only done this side for starters, and I've left this side alone so that we can take a quick look in comparison here. So let's see what that accenting work has done. Alright, it's starting to look, it doesn't look right in that camera, I'm not going to lie. But it's starting to look a lot greener, obviously, but also get some stronger accents in there. And it's got those layers with the other accents that were already there underneath. So I'm going to do the same to the other side now, of course. Alright, there we go. We've evened it out a little bit. It's starting to look pretty cool here. Alright, so I'm more accustomed to painting flames going up something, so I flipped the guitar upside down because that's more like what I would normally do. And I'm going to paint some flames kind of coming to a peak in here and going up in the middle. And then later on we'll put that burst around the outside with black, and I think it'll look pretty cool. I hope it'll look pretty cool. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so that's the basics of it laid out. It's just the kind of the shape of flames. I don't know if you can actually see that very well. Maybe not. It's not showing up very well on the camera, but I'm sure I'll get a picture of it. You can check it out on Instagram. That's the basic shape of the flames laid out. I'm gonna throw a little bit of green over the rest of this just to give it a bit of a hue. When you're painting flames with a dark color, really, you can't really do the highlights and stuff that you would when you're doing it with the proper way with whites and stuff. So particularly transparent flames, this is about all you can do. You might need a couple shades of it to get something a little more elaborate, but I'm just doing a single one to keep it simple here. So that's about it for that. I'm just going to throw some green over the rest of this to give it a little bit of a hue, and then we'll come back with our lacquer next time. Alright, that's it for the airbrush work. For now at least, until we go to until we go to put the vignette on. So that's what we ended up with. Starting to look pretty interesting. And in the next video, what we're going to do is take some tinted green, well, I think what we're going to do is take some tinted green clear lacquer and coat over this. And then after that, we'll go into the vignette work, the back and sides, and then finally the headstock. Don't quote me on the order of that because I will forget what I just told you. But stay tuned and we will continue with the finishing next time. So, hope you guys found this video interesting, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time. Hey guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up so it'll be easier for other people to find, and subscribe to stay up to date with all the cool projects I got coming out. Also, a big shout out to Sovereign King, who does the vast majority of the music for my channel, way better on guitar than I am, and to Troy from Noise Guitar Mods. I'll put the link in the description. The man is a great guitar tech, and he's taught me most of what I know about how the internals of these things work. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. See you next time.